Crucifixion and resurrection. I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. John 11:25. The mystery of the crucifixion and the resurrection is so interwoven that to be fully understood, the two must be explained together, for one determines the other. This mystery is symbolized on earth in the rituals of Good Friday and Easter. You have observed that the anniversary of this cosmic event, announced every year by the Church, is not a fixed date, as are other anniversaries marking births and deaths, but that this day changes from year to year, falling anywhere from the 21st day of March to the 25th day of April. The day of resurrection is determined in this manner. The first Sunday after the full moon in Aries is celebrated as Easter. Aries begins on the 21st day of March and ends approximately on the 19th day of April. The sun's entry into Aries marks the beginning of spring. The moon, in its monthly transit around the Earth, will form sometime between March 21st and April 25th, in opposition to the sun, which opposition is called a full moon. The first Sunday after this phenomenon of the heavens occurs is celebrated as Easter. The Friday preceding this day is observed as Good Friday. This movable date should tell the observant one to look for some interpretation other than the one commonly accepted. These days do not mark the anniversaries of the death and resurrection of an individual who lived on earth. Seen from the earth, the sun in its northern passage appears at the spring season of the year to cross the imaginary line man calls the equator. So it is said by the mystic, to be crucified or crucified, that man might live. It is significant that soon after this event takes place, all nature begins to arise or resurrect itself from its long winter's sleep. Therefore, it may be concluded that this disturbance of nature, at this season of the year, is due directly to this crossing. Thus, it is believed that the sun must shed its blood on the Passover. If these days mark the death and resurrection of a man, they would be fixed, so that they would fall on the same date every year as all other historical events are fixed, but obviously this is not the case. These dates were not intended to mark the anniversaries of the death and resurrection of Jesus, the man. The scriptures are psychological dramas and will reveal their meaning only as they are interpreted psychologically. These dates are adjusted to coincide with the cosmic change which occurs at this time of the year, marking the death of the old year and the beginning, or resurrecting, of the new year, or spring. These dates do symbolize the death and resurrection of the Lord. But this Lord is not a man, it is your awareness of being. It is recorded that he gave his life that you might live. I am come that you might have life, and that you might have it more abundantly. Consciousness slays itself by detaching itself from that which it is conscious of being, so that it may live to that which it desires to be. Spring is the time of year when the millions of seeds, which all winter lay buried in the ground, suddenly spring into visibility that man might live. And, because the mystical drama of the crucifixion and resurrection is in the nature of this yearly change, it is celebrated at this spring season of the year. But, actually, it is taking place every moment of time. The being who is crucified is your awareness of being. The cross is your conception of yourself. The resurrection is the lifting into visibility of this conception of yourself. Far from being a day of mourning, Good Friday should be a day of rejoicing. For there can be no resurrection or expression unless there is first a crucifixion or impression. The thing to be resurrected in your case is that which you desire to be. To do this, you must feel yourself to be the thing desired. You must feel, I am the resurrection and the life of the desire. I am your awareness of being is the power resurrecting and making alive that which in your awareness you desire to be. Two shall agree on touching anything, and I shall establish it on earth. The two agreeing are you, your awareness, the consciousness desiring, and the thing desired. When this agreement is attained, the crucifixion is completed. Two have crossed or crucified each other. I am, and that consciousness, and that which you are conscious of being have joined and are one. I am now nailed or fixed in the belief that I am this fusion. Jesus, or I am, is nailed upon the cross of that. The nail that binds you upon the cross is the nail of feeling. The mystical union is now consummated, and the result will be the birth of a child or the resurrection of a son bearing witness of his Father. Consciousness is united to that which it is conscious of being. The world of expression is the child confirming this union. The day you cease to be conscious of being that which you are now conscious of being, that day your child or expression shall die and return to the bosom of his Father, the faceless, formless awareness. All expressions are the results of such mystical unions. So the priests are correct when they say that true marriages are made in heaven and can only be dissolved in heaven. But let me clarify this statement by telling you that heaven is not a locality. It is a state of consciousness. The kingdom of heaven is within you. In heaven, consciousness, God is touched by that which he is aware of being. Who has touched me? For I perceive virtue has gone out of me. The moment this touching, feeling, takes place, there is an offspring or going out of me into visibility taking place. The day man feels, I am free, I am wealthy, I am strong, God I am, is touched or crucified by these qualities or virtues. The results of such touching or crucifying will be seen in the birth or resurrection of the qualities felt, for man must have visible confirmation of all that he is conscious of being. Now you will know why man or manifestation is always made in the image of God. Your awareness, images, and outpictures, all that you are aware of being. I am the Lord, and besides me there is no God. I am the resurrection and the life. You shall become fixed in the belief that you are that which you desire to be, before you have any visible proof that you are. You will, from the deep conviction which you have felt fixed within you, know that you are. And so, without waiting for the confirmation of your senses, you will cry, "It is finished." Then, with a faith born of the knowledge of this changeless law, you will be as one dead and entombed. You will be still and unmoved in your conviction and confident that you will resurrect the qualities that you have fixed and are feeling within you. Child of God, if you like our content, don't forget to like, comment, hit that share tab, and subscribe for more. God bless.